F2, if I have it turned on off, is for polygons. So if I'm under polys, I'm selecting specific poly. F2 turns on as it's shaded, and if you hit it again, it's like wireframe selecting poly. So keep that in mind as well. All right, let's do the edge. F3 here so you can see a little bit more about what's going on. I'm going to hold shift. Rotate. Move. Rotate. I didn't get exactly how I wanted it, but it's going to work. All right. Collapse these two vertices. Collapse these two vertices. Yeah, make sure when you left-click drag select vertices, you're not selecting them on the other side when you hit collapse. Otherwise, be very careful with that. Okay, it's looking good. I'm just going to go ahead and right-click on Freeze All. Select this. Right-click, Hide Selection. Right-click, Hide Selection. Let's just go ahead and get down to the face now and see what's going on. All right, so now it comes in the fill-in process. Oh, I apologize. I need to do these bottom edges yet. Let's say hold shift, the move tool, left click drag. There we go. Perfect. Very nice. All right. Select the object, hit Z. Remember, you zoom right on. It makes it easier to rotate around that one object, which is this face. I'm going to go start the fill in. So remember, we want to maintain quads. So I'm going to go poly. Polygon selected. I'm going to scroll down, go create. I'm going to left click start on the vertex. Left click over here. Left click here. Go counterclockwise, remember. Do not click on the vertex unless the symbol looks like that. Start it. There we go. Fill it in. Remember, you have to be under poly mode when you're doing this. All right. Remember to go counterclockwise. Okay. Now, I've got one segment coming down here, so which means I'm going to have to add an extra segment along here in order to have the same amount of segments needed to complete this. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go to Vertex, hit Q to get yourself out of the create mode, or you can just click create and deactivate. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this segment over. This is why you should be using the frontal view and side view. Alright, enable polygon mode. This allows me to cut so I have segments aligned the best as I can. So with the cut tool, I'm going to get close to the edge, left click when the symbol looks like that. Across, left click to complete it on the other side, then right click outside to cut, create that cut. Hit object mode to lock that out. There we go. All right. So I've got one segment here through the nose. I'm actually going to create a cut around this area right here so it matches up. Everybody's face is going to be different. So therefore, sculpting the head is going to be different as well. I'm going to go ahead and click on the vertex, the last one I made on that segment, then left click on the edge, right click to complete and keep going. Hover outside, right click. It's done. Alright, that's going to give me enough segments on the front and side. So just kind of eye it. You got to make sure that you have the needed amount. It's going to be a little bit different at this point for everybody, but you just kind of have to fill in the gaps. It's going to get a little complicated because you have this many segments over here compared to over there, so you just have to make the needed cuts to maintain the proper flow. Alright. Unlock the cut menu so we can get back to move. So I need a segment to run through here and around, so I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Again, I'm in editable poly mode. As I'm cutting and making these modifications that are necessary. There we go. Perfect. Now I got quads. I'm going to go to polygon. I'm going to unlock the cut, or I can just hit the Q key on my keyboard and lock that. Polygon, go to create. Counterclockwise across the vertices. Remember, do not click on the vertex unless the symbol looks like that. There you go. Let's get these edges. Take off create. These two edges right here. Remember, select one, hold control, select the other. Hit the W key or click the move tool, hold shift, left click and drag. Extrudes them out, move them around if necessary. This is where a perspective view, you might have to start using it. Vertex, collapse. Okay, perfect. Polygon. Great. Poly. Now, if you have not saved it at this point, which I haven't, I'm so busy making the video, focusing on the recording, I need to actually go to Max and go save, make sure we're saving as we progress through this. Okay, this needs to be kind of brought in a little bit here. Okay. So I got some filling in to do here. You click any vertex and hit Z and it'll go right to there and you can zoom out. You have more control of your pan area. Okay, so I'm going to actually, let's say I got two segments here. These vertices, move over a little bit. These vertices here. Okay. Get an edge. Bring these out a little bit. It's going to be the cheek. Hold shift, left click drag, let's bring them on out. Again, I'm using perspective view. If you have to, use your front, okay, which would be your right side and your left side here. Views, so you're building it accurately. I'm just a little bit more experienced, so I can stay in perspective view and get a good idea of where it is. If you want to try perspective view, go for it. Feel like you're pretty confident with it. Go ahead. Even these vertices out. Okay. Make sure they line up good. Okay. Object mode select. Going to select two vertices. Come on down. Say collapse. And these two vertices. I'm going to click directly on the vertice. That way I'm not selecting, clicking, dragging, selecting vertice on the other side. So click directly on them. Hold control. Select the other one, then go to collapse. You have to go to vertex, use collapse. Don't forget that. Making some great progress. All I need to do now is add an extra segment this way because that will give me enough quads. So I'm going to go to editable poly, cut, polygon. So I'll go to poly. I'm going to actually edge. Whoops. Get yourself out of cut mode. Hit Q just to get yourself out of cut mode. Now select the edges. Go to move tool, hold shift, left click drag. Go to vertex. See where we are here. Oh, looking good. Okay, directly on. Those vertices will come together. Collapse. Collapse. Okay. Polygon, because I got 4 points to work with. One down, create, counterclockwise. Perfect. The best way to do this is to start with the two edges that are actually right here on the chin. If it gets a little too confused in the top view, just use your front or side view. Move tool, hold shift. Click drag. Let's get the segments matched up first. Okay. Move out our edges. Move these line of vertices down a little bit. Again, I'm going pretty quick here because I've done this for a very long time. You take your time. You know, while you're watching the video, stop and just, kind of see where I am in reference to my facial structure and whatever you're doing with yours. And kind of determine what should I do in reference to what Adam's doing here. I'm going to select these two vertices. We're going to collapse them. Okay. Perfect. Let's see, I got a little bit of a bulge on my cheek here, so let's grab these vertices and we'll kind of bring them in a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to go to poly. Let's see, let me fix this vertice a little bit here. Okay, poly. Great. Clockwise across the points. Eventually you only have a couple polygons left to kind of fill in. And since everybody's faces are different, you just kind of have to... Oops, that one did not work. I'm going to have to Control Z that. If the polygon does not create how you were trying to, just hit Control Z and then you can get back to where you were. All right. So now I've got this one extra poly, 2 segments coming off here. So we got to get 2 segments through this middle part here. What I'm going to do, let me hit Q, get myself out of create poly mode. It's going to be better, actually, for my face here. If I go to poly, let's go ahead and delete, select this and hit delete key. Let's delete this. It's going to be better if I actually create a segment this way through here, all the way around. And that way it kind of maintains the continuity of the facial structure. So I'm going to go edit poly, just delete those polys I had. Okay, I'm going to click directly on this vertex now and left click on the edge. Left click on the edge on the symbol, looks like that. And just keep going. Click on the edge, right click to complete. And I'm going to come back this way because I got to finish this segment. There we go. Okay. Edge. Let's make sure we deactivate the cut mode. So I'm going to click on the select object or hit the Q key. Get that out. I'm going to fill in this area. So I'm going to go to edge. I'm going to select these edges here. Hold control, select multiple, hit W, or for the move tool, hold shift, left click drag. Bring them down. Let's collapse those meeting vertices. So vertex, select, hold control, select. Come on down, collapse. Collapse. There we go. Again, you might have to delete some polygons along the way so you can figure out what really needs to be completed here. Make sure all your quads are in a good line. All right, editable poly. Cut. Polygon. Great. Counterclockwise. Across the vertices. Perfect. Okay. Hit Q. Get that create poly out of the way. So now I've got this extra edge here, and I'm going to have to create 2 lines of segments here across this area. So I'm going to actually go to vertex and move these up a little bit. That way they're all even. Just going to go ahead and in my side view. Yep. Make life easy. Show these segments kind of have some good alignment going on here. Okay. Let's go and make the cuts. And then we have enough polygons matched up to fill this area in. So editable poly. Make the cuts. Or you can right click halfway through and then pick up where you were. So left click. Okay. Right click. Pick up where you were. Now let's go ahead, hit Q, get that cut mode locked out, and polygon, let's go ahead and create these polys. So polygon, go to create, counterclockwise, across my vertices. See, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't want that, so I got to make one more cut line here to make that equal. So I'm going to go editable poly. Let's see, let's line up a little bit. So I'm going to go to my frontal view here. Kind of move those up. Make a little adjustments if I need to. I got enough to make a cut along here. So editable poly, cut, start on the edge, left click. Okay. Now I have the right amount of vertices to fill that in. Hit Q, lock that out. Let's see. Yep. Polygon. Create. Go counterclockwise across the vertices. Fill it in. Hit create, lock that out, double poly. And we've got it. If I want, I can go ahead and just create some more polys back here to finish this area. That's easy. It's just two edges to come around. We do need to get the under part of the chin, so let's take a look at that. So we go edge. And I'm realizing that actually this needs to come down some to really create the contour line of the under part of the chin here. So I'm going to, yeah, see it's up too high. So yeah, that's way up too high in there. So I'm actually going to take all these vertices. Let's see. Hold Control to select multiple. And this part of the chin as well. Let's see. Perfect. Get the move tool. I'm going to bring it down. Let's see what the profile view looks like here. There we go. Okay. And now I make the cuts that are necessary so we have an equal number. I'm going to make a cut here and two cuts there. We'll click directly on a vertex and hit Z and we can zoom in. Hold shift, left click drag, bring it on up. Go. A frontal view here. If it ever goes in orthographic, just left click on it and go back to what you had. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Just go to the object mode selection tool. So finding ways to kind of maintain your quads a little bit. Okay. There we go. That will complete that area. Polygon, create. Make sure you're creating quads. There we go. I'm going to bring these two vertices together. There we go. I've got to get a couple more segments going this way in order to really complete the under part of the chin. So that said, you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to grab these polygons. You can use them if you want. I'm just going to select them now and just delete them, because that's pretty much all I'm going to need right here. Like I said, every face is different. I'm not even going to have those. We'll technically need them because what we're going to do anyway, make life a little bit easier for us. I'm going to finish these segments here. Collapse that. Okay, so I just went ahead and finished the rest of those segments and collapsed those median vertices. I deleted the polygons, or just underneath the chin here. I mean, you could have those if needed. You know, every facial design is a little bit different. I just went and deleted them. And just to kind of finish off the face, we still have to do the nose. So I'm going to go ahead and just right click, unhide all, and have the nose come back. And let's just take a look here. Best way to do the nose, I'm going to go ahead and just build out this edge, come around the bottom. And I still need to build up here and complete this eyebrow. So let's tell you what, let's start there with that. So my side view, I'm just going to grab that edge, hold shift, left click drag, vertex, come on down, collapse, those two meeting vertices, perfect. This edge right here, select that edge, hold shift, left click drag, just simply use it to build out the side of the nose. Now, something else you can do, it's a neat little trick. As you can see, I've got the nose I'm building out, and I've got these polygons behind, and I really can't see the contour outline in my image. So I'm going to right click on my selected face object now, go to Object Properties, and I'm going to check what's called See-Through, and click OK. And that is a neat little feature. So See-Through turned on, and still having edge selected, go to Move Tool, hold Shift, click Drag, and continue extrude and beveling. I'm sorry, extruding the edges. You can still see the contour, and it makes all the polygons see-through. Go ahead and do the front of the nose. Hold Shift, bring it out. Get them in perspective view, 3D modeling. I've done this a long time, so if you have to use the front and left views, that's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. It's whatever your preference is. You got some experience after this lesson here. Here we go. So notice I came around, built the outside structure, then I took that middle and I built the front of it. Okay? So wherever it drops down kind of in a straight angle, or as straight as it can be, but still maintain the contour of the nose, that's kind of your midway point where you build around the front. Alright, I'm going to actually come up, make sure my segments are aligned here. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's go. Bring it on down. Now I'm actually use rotate and kind of curve it a little bit. Down. Rotate the curve. All right. Let's see, polygon, create. Clockwise. Editable poly. Cut. Polygon, create. Okay. Move those out. And you have a cut through here to make it equal. Polygon, create. Voila. All right, so now we can continue building. We go ahead and right click on object properties and take the see-through off. A little bit easier to notice here. There we go. Okay. Let's fix this a little bit. All this can be smoothed out, guys, so don't worry about if you're kind of like at the point where, no, this isn't looking good. That's okay. All of it's going to get smoothed out. Just get the basic structure built that can be worked with. All right. All right. Now I'm just kind of using the tools that you've learned so far and just kind of having fun with it. Collapse all these vertices. Create the poly. Okay. Hit Q, get that cut function locked out. Polygon, create. Let's see, I'm going to need one more cut. So edit poly. Make one more cut through here. Just get the structure built and This helps you maintain quads using all these tools. Okay, I'm going to hit Q. Now the cut function, and we should have create. Oh yeah, we're good. Perfect. So this is technically a quad. If you see, I got 4 vertices. I'm going to hit Q, get myself out of the create poly mode. Move this up. There we go. That's a quad. Those are 4 vertices that need to be filled in. Whoops. Undo that. We are done. Finish grabbing the rest of these vertices. On the front, I can actually just move those over a little bit. These as well. I wanted to. Keep in mind that you can go to my LinkedIn page at linkedin.com if you would like to link up with me and have me as a resource and a reference in your list of contacts. You can send me a message at my LinkedIn, and that will reach out to my Yahoo email, hence my Gmail accounts, and I can always be there to help you. Thank you for watching, and look forward to working with you.